This was from a Nonna Maria, in the island of Procida, which is a quick flight to Naples. We've all heard of Capri. Woo. And then there's Ischia, which is semi. Woo. And then there's Procida, which no one's really heard of.
Right, OK.
And that's where the workers go, the grafters go. And I had a day where I cooked with all the cooks on the island.
Oh, wow.
And this lady was a fishmonger, fisherwoman, and a mum.
Wow.
So you can imagine that equals a mighty, mighty cook.
That certainly does.
And it's very simple. If you look at the... I'll just use my hand to show you through the ingredients, chaps. First of all, garlic.
Yep.
We have a pan here with onions. So we've all got garlic and onions at our hand, right? A little olive oil in there.
Yeah.
The simple recipes. We're using tuna. Now, this is a tuna steak. Now, you know, this is not necessarily cheap, but we're using one steak that would normally do one person.
Okay.
You'll make sauce for 4 people.
Right.
OK?
Could you use tinned tuna?
You can use tinned tuna, and don't feel sorry about that, but it's a different experience because we're going to put this in at the last minute so it's silky and soft and gorgeous. Now, anchovies, a lot of people are like, ugh! Now, anchovies, if they're salted, so if you marinate them in a little lemon juice, and if you kind of put them in a little good oil and a little parsley, if you look at the plate here, what you do is you take the residual saltiness away and you end up with something that you could just drizzle on toast, a mozzarella, this, that, or the other, a pizza. This is why pizza anchovies taste horrible, because they don't marinate it.
Oh,
but
right.
actually, the other thing is, if you put it into the pan here, right, just 2, you shouldn't taste it. So when you go and have a lovely sort of Taiwanese stir-fry dish or something like that, fish sauce is disgusting.
Yeah, it smells.
But without it, it's nothing.
Yeah.
So that anchovy is going to just melt away. Now, Holly, you're going to be the tosser.
Right, thank you.
You are going to be the basher-upperer. Now...
I'm glad it was that way around.
Yes. If you shield it with your left hand, clutch it, that's it, and bash beautifully.
Skills.
The tossing skills here are wonderful.
Thank you.
As you toss, carry on tossing, my lovely girl, I am going to put in courgettes. Now, courgettes is something that Britain has a problem with. We don't understand it. When they're smaller, they're crunchier and they're delightful. And if you're lucky at this time of year, you have the flowers. Here are the flowers, guys.
Can you eat the flowers?
Yes, they're delicious. And this is nature's little kind of, come on, bees, come and pollinate me, come. But we can put... The flowers are as delicate as the tuna, which are going to go in at the last minute. So I'm using tinned tomatoes. Always go for the whole ones. Yes, they're going into my hands, and this is what the nonnas do. Just out of the way, because I protect your dress. I don't mind getting spat at. Use your hands to crush. One of the things I learned from the nonnas was to not cook like a chef, right? They kind of bash, they tear, they use their hands, right? So have another toss, gorgeous.
Yeah.
So it's a simple pasta of garlic, onion, olive oil.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
No, you're still clean,
I've had a bit of splashback.
Go on, girl. Nothing worse than a bit of splashback, Holly, especially at the weekend.
Oh, no, it keeps doing it. I can't.
Maybe I'll show you how to do it properly. It's the gentleness. Now, look, OK, so what we've got happening here is a simple sauce. Now, elegantly, Holly, don't worry about the clean-up, darling, it's Ellie.
Sorry, I can't help it.
If you can elegantly pick up the tuna and just pop that into the sauce. Now, we want... Oh, I forgot to put the pasta in. What a complete idiot. That's all right. We're going to put the pasta in. It only takes a couple of minutes anyway, luckily. You could use any pasta you like.
Yeah.
This is a fettuccine. And... the nice thing
is it jerk fettuccine?
It's not jerk fettuccine. It's not jerk, but I would like to thank everyone for the free PR. That range is completely sold out, and I'm very grateful. Yeah, isn't life funny, Phil?
Isn't it,
Isn't life funny? You couldn't not do it, could you? So look, the tuna's gone in at the last minute.
Yeah.
It's elegant, it's simple.
And it doesn't... You can eat that raw, so you don't necessarily need to cook it for long.
If we cook it too much, the proteins go firm. If we put it in at the last minute, as the pasta goes in, right, it's going to be elegant and very, very subtle and beautiful. Now, another little thing, they always say in Italy, never put cheese with seafood pasta.
That's what Gina always says.
Rubbish. I've seen it all over Italy. They're lying. What they mean is don't go cheesy, right? But actually, cheese is used. On Procida, the nonna put pecorino in instead of salt. So think of it as salt instead of cheese.
Seasoning instead of a big cheesy sauce.
So a parmesan is fine. Perfect. We're lovely on 2 minutes. Parmesan is fine. Pecorino is in the supermarkets. It's generally a little bit more acidic.
Can I try a little bit?
Please do.
Thanks.
I think more elegant.
Lovely.
Now, Phillip over here was doing a fine job of bashing, ladies and gentlemen. And what I saw across Italy... Crushed nuts. Now, in my hand is almonds. It could have been hazelnuts, pistachios. It could have been pine nuts. Often I saw them used over salads to give interest,
Right.
but also protein, right? Very healthful. You know, a handful of this, you know, a little handful of nuts a day in your diet has got so many positive health effects, right? But they're also putting it on pastas. So imagine silky, sweet seafood, courgettes, lemon juice, tomato, and then you just have a dusting of pecorino and nuts.
With a bit of crunch.
My
1 minute.
Lord. Well, look, let's just serve this up. Now,
While you're serving it up...
Now, through the magic of telly, you're going to have to pretend that this pasta...
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah,
That's
Okay?
right, we can
But
do
we're
that.
going to be all right in that.
While you're serving that up, we'll take a look. All the recipes, everything here is in the book that took 2 years to make, and there it is.
Jamie
From
Cooks
the heart
Italy is
of
on Mondays at 8 on Channel 4.
And this
We're now going
is what we're
with the
talking
pecorino. Right, look at the colours. We're going
And
to
the
go in.
nuts.
We're going to go in with those lovely zucchini flowers. If you get down farmers markets or if you've got someone that's got an allotment, you're going to see them at the moment. Right, look at that. We're going to put some nuts in. And then we're going to pour it. Look at the colours, guys. Colours, it's summertime. You've got 1 portion of tuna going for 4 portions. And a little bit of nuts on top. And a little bit of lemon juice. I'm sorry about the pasta being under. I do apologise.
Oh, wow.
But that's me talking too much and not concentrating. But
That
guys, that is a
so
10-minute meal
And
that you
it's
can just love.
super fresh.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
Well, it's lovely.
Lovely.